literally like and like hold it. What better way to show proactiveness than to literally create campaigns pre me actually getting the job? Makes sense? Makes sense? Makes sense to me.
But these bitches in my business come me out to choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. You know, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows it. Oh, stay out the way. I need you to get the fuck out my space. Replacements on the way, please don't play. Pussy spinning like a great escape. I need no trick, gold eyes on chains. I'm fucking, I ain't making love no more. You got a new bitch, what the fuck you crying for? I'm moving surface, calling on my favorite. You know how to reach me every time that it pays you right. Rise up the night, we committed a crime. Way over long, there's no sacred spot. We can't be outside, cause the baggage to pass. And I'm on your mind. Wherever you are, don't call me. Set up the show, I'm on the loop, I'm out of range. Burning on the suddenly, I like to get it poppin'. But these bitches in my business got me out to choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Even though I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows shit. Even though I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows shit. I need total confidential privacy. No one knows, thinking I'm a robot. Time so strange that we on the first class trip. Don't work my nerves, you know I get bored. Yeah. We fucking, we ain't making love no more. You talk that talk, but he don't matter with. So strong whatever you are.
Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. It's your favorite retired lazy girl, Dom. And today we are starting off actually on a Monday for once. Usually I start these vlogs like mid-week, but today is Monday. And we just finished our Pilates class. I took you guys in there a little bit. I had a new instructor. And so like whenever I go to an instructor, the flows are a little bit different. Not that it's the same every week, but it's like it's kind of like not predictable but predictable at the same time. I can like kind of flow through it. I know what's coming up next, even though I don't know the exact move. But yeah, new instructor today. She's really nice, and I like this instructor personally just because usually the instructors, like, they're gonna be like a certain size and like a certain fitness level, but she was closer to my fitness level and my size, so I was like, okay, this makes me feel like better, because like she was struggling while I was struggling, and conjoined struggle is much better than just feeling like, this girl is killing it and I'm not. Train. I still have the mic. I'm watching a train pass in front of me and it's quite loud, but I always forget this mic has like the noise cancellation, so you probably can't even hear this and you're wondering why I'm pausing. But yeah, train is in front of me. But yeah, it's a semi-nice day. It's pretty nice, like it's sunny, but it's still like pretty cold. But inside is full and I have a hot drink, so I figured that would be fine. But I have my cortado. I finally tried it. It's actually quite good. It's very good. I got it sweetened, so definitely helped, but it's good, especially if you need like that boost. And I was a bit tired today and I have a lot of computer work to do, so need that little boost. But yeah, this week I want it to be a really like work focused week, like focusing on like my LinkedIn stuff, reaching out and like applying and stuff like that. I looked this morning. Usually what I do is I look on LinkedIn in the mornings on like Mondays, pretty much every day of the week, but like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays usually are the days that I'm really looking, and sometimes Tuesdays. But I didn't see any new roles, so nothing to apply to today, unfortunately. But hopefully, some of my connections get back to me so I can reach out and be like, "Hey, I applied to a role. Like, do you want to like help me out with that? Is there someone I can speak to?" But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, I like to call them informational interviews. My dad said that's not what they're called, but to me, they're finding out information about me, and it's HR. So they're not really asking me specific questions, because I find unless the company has a HR specific to marketing, it's not specific questions. It's like, oh, how long have you been doing this? How would you handle such and such social situation? Boom, and then they go to the next interview. But for like regular HR, they just ask like the overarching questions of like, are you a decent person? Should we hire you? Type of thing. So I'm assuming that's what it is gonna be, because of course, in true Virgo fashion, I have researched the people, so I'm figuring that's what it is. It just says broad talent acquisition, so I'm assuming that's what she does. But yeah, this is a company. I'm gonna say it here, but if I don't like, if it doesn't go well, which knock on wood, wood, it will go well. But it's for NYX, which is a company that I personally shop at and I actually really like. So that would be fun. And their office culture looks really nice. I follow a couple of people who work there, and it just looks like a nice, like wholesome environment. And it's pretty much all women because it's like an underwear focused company. They have other stuff as well, but like their main thing is their period panties, and you've probably seen them before if you are a woman and you have underwear. Yeah. So that's what the interview is for. So I'm going to do a little bit of studying today for that, and just like kind of go over questions that they may ask, learn a little bit more about the business. I know a decent amount because obviously I actually shop there, but just learn a little bit more about, initiatives they may be doing, things they may be, launching soon. It's coming up to summer, so I know they have like their swim stuff coming up. I know they just did a launch on like new bras with a new like wire thingy. And a few of my internet friends are actually ambassadors for them, so I can ask them if is there anything coming down the pipeline that I need to know. But yeah, that is what I'm doing today. And I want to work on my LinkedIn posts because I said I wanted to post twice a week. So far, I've been doing decently, once to twice a week, been posting, but I need to really get on it and figure out my social listening routine. So far, I go on LinkedIn, I use my Substacks to see if anything is going on, and I literally just scroll through the brands that I like, their Instagrams and stuff like that, just to see what happens. But some of the stuff I've been missing, like I think I need to really start scrolling properly on brands' Instagrams. Um, just so I can see stuff. Because the ordinary egg thing, I saw it like the day it came out, but I saw it in my head. It's late, like I saw it later, so I haven't had a chance to like think about it. Now I have, and that's probably going to be the first post that I make. Um, just kind of looking at the pros and cons from like a social media manager's like point of view. Like, oh, was it great? Was it not great? Like, what would I change? Would I actually do this? Would I launch this? Um, but yeah, and that egg thing, I will talk about that actually because that was interesting. They launched like affordable eggs. My thing is though, one, that's great because we see like the US scape, especially with their egg shortage and like the bird flu thing. Cool, that makes sense for your company, and also the Ordinary is known to be a more affordable company. However, they're also known to be a vegan company. They didn't tell us, are these free range eggs? Are they, eggs from sustainable farmers? Like, who are these chickens? Like, you know what I mean? So that didn't really align. And then also, it's kind of like you're just offering eggs for a certain amount of time because eggs are like $15 right now and they're $3, I think the eggs were, and it kind of just feels performatory in a way. But if you don't know of the company, if you do know of the company, it doesn't as much, because you're like, oh, this is a nice gesture, and like obviously they want to help out people because the egg thing, and they're supposed to be affordable, and they're giving us ordinary eggs. Da, 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 cool, that's nice. But if you're from the outside looking and you've never seen this company before, you don't really know too much about them, it may seem a little bit insensitive that they're just using this for virality. virality. I can never say that word. Instead of like, doing something else. But they may be doing other things in the background, but what people will see is these are eggs that are cheap and it's a little ploy so you can come and shop with us. Da, 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 da. But yeah. So that's gonna be, wow, that's a big bird. Oh my god. I just saw the biggest bird ever. Yeah, so that's gonna be my first post, and then I'll figure out what I want to do for the second post. But yeah, I will see how long I'll sit here. It's actually quite cold. I may go to the library. There's a library down the street, or yeah, no, the library would be good because I don't think there's anywhere else that like would make sense right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get this work done, and then I think that's it. I didn't bring my stuff to edit the vlog. That's last week's vlog because I'm 2 weeks ahead. I'm still 2 weeks ahead. I've been doing good for this vlogging thing. Like I'm actually 2 weeks ahead. So I posted the vlog that I just posted was 2 weeks ago's vlog that I actually filmed it. It was March break and it's currently March 31st. So that was like mid-March and then I'm posting, yeah. And then next week's will be last week's vlog and then so on and so forth. I kind of want to get it to a week, like no, actually, I have it where I want it. I have it where I want it. But sometimes I want to post more in real time, but I guess that'll be for my short form stuff, which I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let me get to work because I've been yapping for 8 minutes now and I haven't done anything and my coffee's getting cold. But yeah, let's get to work. Yeah, definitely going to the library because I forgot. This cafe actually, I don't think they have Wi Fi. And if they do, I guess I've never asked. And so I don't have it. And also, there's no seats, so that's fine. And it's quite cold. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's quite cold. So I am gonna go to the library. Hopefully, it's not overrun with children. I don't know because I know school gets out like oh no, it's 1:30. Okay, school doesn't get out yet, but I mean close enough. Let me put on some music. I always listen to like jazz after all of my Pilates. It's like I guess it's like a ritual because I always listen to the same jazz like playlist every single time. But today I'm not going far, obviously, so I just want my one song to listen to, one or two songs. Where is it? The Frank Sinatra. Yeah, like old jazz. I don't know where I put it. Frank Sinatra, Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, all them people. Whatever. We'll just listen to Paul Anka. Good enough for me. Yeah, so not that library being closed. I'm so like, bro, the cafe didn't have enough seats. The library is closed. Am I supposed to go home? I don't want to go home. I want to work somewhere. Maybe I'll go to the library by my house because
David, thank you for being here.
I don't actually want to go home. That was not my plan today. My plan was to work outside the house. I don't know why it's becoming so difficult for me, but I don't know, man. Yeah, but I got an almond butter overnight oats. So I'm gonna eat that now because I'm getting hungry and I'm gonna get annoyed if I don't eat it. So we'll eat that now and then we'll figure out where the heck we're supposed to be going. And then we'll go there. Maybe I'll have to just go to the library by my house. Then when I get to be done, I can just like pack up and go home and it won't take me that long because I'm like 30 minutes from my house right now because I like to take the scenic route. I could take the highway and it's like 20 minutes ish, but I like the scenic route. I like to see the nice houses, you know, my little manifestation 30 minutes. Like, that's what I like to do. So we're gonna do that. Go over to that library. There's another library in kind of close to my house too, but it looks so dingy, so I think I'm gonna go to the other one and just hope there's a seat. So I'm gonna hurry up and do this because I don't want the children to beat me there. They may still beat me there, but I want to work outside, and I'm doing it by force. I don't care. I'm working outside the house today. Something about being in the house, I just can't. I can't focus sometimes. So we're gonna eat this, and then we're going to go over to the other library. If that doesn't work, there's a cafe close to my house. There's 2 cafes close to my house. It will be one of those 2. This is gonna work. Okay? I believe in it. Right. Let's go.
Even though I lost it, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep that, ain't nobody knows. Even though I lost it, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep that, ain't nobody knows it. Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain that gently touches my soul. It cools the fire that burns in me, and I simply lose control. So just rain down.
Okay, guys, it's a completely different day. I think it's even a completely different week. I was kind of busy. So the interview went well. I have a second interview today. Did I say the company? I don't know. If it goes well today, I will. But yeah, now I'm gonna get my coffee. I just finished Pilates, and then I'm gonna review pretty much until interview time. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna redo the intro just in case it was too rushed because I was walking to get my coffee, which I have. So what I was saying is the first interview went really well. So I have a second interview today at about 2 o'clock. It's now like 10:30, so I'm gonna spend the rest of this time reviewing like little questions. I actually like took the liberty of making a sample presentation. So the HR rep that I spoke to, she was like in her email she said, I'll prepare a few samples of your work, and this is an email SMS role. So I'm like, okay, wouldn't it be nice if I prepared samples of my work, my copy, my design, my flows that I would do, segmentation, whatever, but for the company itself, instead of just showing like work from, like my last work was a B2B SaaS. Like this is a DCC, direct to consumer, like retail, super e-commerce-y, new age stuff. And I was doing B2B SaaS. They were very like, we used Salesforce. So like that tells you all you need to know about that company if you're like in marketing. If you know, you know. Hey, we were using HTML to code things. Like for what? Yeah, so that's where we are. So I'm like, okay, they use like Klaviyo, MailChimp, and Shopify, which I use for my business. So I'm like, okay, already familiar with those tools. Bonus. But let me make some email flows for them. So I did make some. I wonder if I can pull it up here because I'll show you guys. Oh, if I show you, then you'll know the company. Well, if anything, I'll blur it out. Like that's fine. So let's find that. Let's pull that up here. So I made 2 email designs, and then I made a 3 email series campaign, and then I made 2 SMS campaigns. So one of them is like a few messages. That would be for like I did it for like a pre-launch release for like VIP customers. So for me, that was anyone who spent $500 in the last quarter or more, obviously, or someone who has like repeat purchases in the last quarter or so. I think that's what I said. So that was the VIPs, and they would just get like a pre-launch message for new colors coming out in swim. Obviously, I don't know if they're releasing new colors for the swim, but if they were, this is how I would do it. And then the second SMS was like if you subscribe to Top Books, I got the inspiration from them when they do like the little quiz and then they give you like a little coupon code if you get it right. I don't know what they do if you get it wrong because I've never got it wrong. But yeah, that was the second SMS. It was like, oh, it was like flow check because they do like period underwear. Obviously, you're gonna know what the company is if you're in Canada. You're gonna know. But that's what I was doing. So it was like flow check. Something about like where you like what's your vibe today or whatever, and it had like tidal wave, medium splash, calm seas or something else, or small ripple, calm seas, and then you like put like A B C D E whatever, and then um, when you respond it'll be like sweet like um, here's your perfect like flow like because they have different levels of leak proof, and then they have then they would give like a coupon code. Anyways, yes, that is that is it. Here is the email. I don't know if you can even see that, kind of. So I just made like a little email here. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. And then the second one, oh dear, how do I? Okay, this one's a shorter email. Can't even really see. I guess when I go home, I'll show you guys properly. But yeah, those are the two emails, and then I put it all into like a presentation. And the presentation also has like my timings, the audience segments, the KPIs that I would be tracking for those campaigns if I were to run them, and then I'll be able to kind of speak on that, depending on like time constraints. Because if we get through the whole interview and then they're like, oh yeah, can we see some samples? And I show them this, I can only say like a couple seconds for each because I think it's a 40-minute interview. That is not a lot of time to go through whole email campaign rationales. So yeah, that is the plan though. So I was just running it by I ran it by my parents. I showed it to my boyfriend. I just like asked ChatGPT was like, bro, is this a good idea? But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And like in their like message thing because it's a newer company. I believe they started in 2013. It was Cybertruck. It's 2013. But they're like growing really really fast and I shop at this company. I buy my undergarments from there, so like I already know. um but yeah, they one of the things was that they wanted you to be like proactive, so I'm like, what better way to show proactiveness than to literally create campaigns pre me actually getting a job. Makes sense to me. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I am not gonna sit here. Oh, this is sweet today. I'm not gonna sit here for too long because I want to get home so I can like ready myself in my space. But yeah, wish me luck for this. This coffee is really good, so I'm very glad because I'm very tired because I stayed up late, like obsessing over this. But hoping it goes well. I got my grandma praying for me, so that's we're good. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna drink some of this and then head back to my house and then yeah, that's it. I'll update you guys after the interview probably or just before. Okay, I'm back home and I'm pretty sure I said I would check in after the interview, but I realized that I wanted to show you guys um, my like mock-ups properly because yeah, I didn't really I wasn't able to show it on my phone because I feel like the glare it was definitely glaring. But yeah, let me show you like the presentation. Just go to present. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like this is very extra, but I feel like also you kind of have to be extra in this job market because like things are crazy, like very crazy. But yeah, so I just have like my sample work. This is the company, obviously. May or may not blur it out. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyways. And then I just did like the email graphics. You can kind of see that. So they have like swim and they have like leak proof swim, so good for people on their periods, whatever. And they have like a teen line and an adult line, so I kind of just did something that would work for both. You can kind of tweak the copy, like whether it's teen or regular, and obviously the creatives can be tweaked. But I just built out this email in Canva. That's usually how I do it anyways for the design, even if I'm using like Klaviyo or MailChimp, just because you can import like the designs. And you save it like how I have it saved here. Like I just save it in sections, and then maybe I'll take the text out and put it like in the native app. But yeah, so that's the first one. Then I did a second one. This is actually a 3 email sequence. However, I just did creatives for 2 because these actually take quite long for me to do. And also, I got the interview date on Friday, I believe, and my interview is Monday. So I only had the weekend, and obviously it is the weekend, and I did have other things to do as well. So this is what I had time to do. I wish I could have had a little bit more time, but that was really my fault because I said I'm available from Monday to whatever. But then I have like my kind of my rationale. So I have like the audience segments, the KPIs I'd be tracking for. I can speak to why. So like for here, this is for the email one. So I have conversion rates from email clicks. So obviously we want to know like how many people are converting from clicking on that email, like where are the sales coming from, like what's it looking like, your click to open rate. So like how many people are actually tapping in and seeing WOG1. Obviously the bounce rate, because then you want to make sure that your email list hygiene is good. So like if you have a bunch of emails that either don't exist or have blocked you or like whatever, and your emails are bouncing or like it's just being blocked by that sender for some reason, you want to make sure that that's good because that's going to affect you as well. And then obviously the discount redemption rate. So on the last set of the sequence of emails, there is a discount. So we're seeing how many people converted with that, or just like you can even see when they like put it in. So like on Shopify, like if somebody, like I have Shopify for my business as well, if somebody goes to checkout and even if they abandoned cart, I can see if they've put the discount to see how much it would be, so I can see like that. And then obviously I have the copy, which one thing I like about this company is because of the type of business they are, and like with swim and like periods, there's so many play on words you can do. Like I literally put like the header is or the subject is live, laugh, leak free with the company. And then the header is vacation mode on, leaks off. Like, bro, there's so many possibilities here. And then the body, I put Aunt Flo called. She's coming on vacation too, but don't worry, we got you covered. And then the vacay essentials, flip flops, SPF, and then leak proof swim, aka the MVP of summer. And then it just talks about like the built-in protection for every different type of flow. Yep. And then I put like in quotations, yep, even the dreaded second day, because if you know, you know. Leak proof swim gives you the confidence to dive in, swim like no one's watching, and soak up the rays without fear. And then it goes, your flow doesn't set the summer itinerary, you do, period. And then, yeah, CTA, call to action, ride the wave, and then it has the link. But if you looked in the creative, the link literally says ride the wave. But yeah, but fun things, right? And then this one is a play on the SMS. If you're not into marketing, you can skip this because it's just a little bit of a small nerd out, just a small one. So yeah, subject, this is, hey beach babe, time for a quick flow check. And then it has like the eye emoji and like the blood emoji. And then the header is tidal waves or soft ripples. We got you covered either way. And then the body is heavy day in Hawaii or spotting in Sol de Janeiro. Suit up with leak roof, swim for every flow. And then it has like bullet points. It's like bikini, one piece, high waist, tanky, like all the different types of swimmer they have, and light, medium, and heavy flow protection. And then bundle and save for all your summer cycle moments. And then I have this is part of the CTA technically. Take this quiz to match your suit to your flow. So nothing, not even on flow, can slow your roll. So basically they take like a quiz and be like, oh, I'm like, it's like a tidal wave or whatever. It kind of connects with the thing that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, and then the CTAs actually make waves and then link. Yeah, I'm not going to read the last one, but this one just basically has the discount. And the reason I put it on the last one, because if you hadn't converted from the first two, I want to give you a little incentive to be like, you know, we have this. I know you want this. Maybe pricing is an issue. Let me slide you a little 15%. Let me slide you a little 20%. And maybe you'll bundle and save. Instead of just getting the tops, you'll get the bottoms and the tops, right? And maybe a cover up, something like that. You see. Okay. Yeah. So just kind of guiding them into converting. That's the journey here. So we want to make them know about the product. Okay, period. We have new swim. Love that. Oh, also it's leak proof. So if you're on your period, literally. And then yeah, if you want to bundle it, you save some money. Cool. Awesome. We're giving them that information, making sure they know, making sure it's top of mind because these are being sent out in series. And then they're saying, yeah, and if you really want it, here's a little discount code since you haven't purchased yet. And like, we want you to. Anyways, yeah. And then this one, I just put it like this for the SMS because I was like, I don't know how to showcase this in a different way. And I kind of just want it to be organized. So I just put a little thing. So I have my audience. This one is specifically for VIP customers. So I think I was talking about this before. So more than like 500 spent in the last quarter. These are just arbitrary numbers. It's not saying like you had to spend whatever, but yeah. And then also repeat buyers with a strong lifetime value. So sometimes I was explaining this to my dad like yesterday. I was like, sometimes depending on like the the buyer and like their behavior, sometimes people will do like they'll have high customer lifetime value. So like they make you a lot of money. However, they shop intermittently. Like they're not always like every quarter, I'm buying something. Maybe it's like once a year they drop $1,000, right? But all the rest of the year they're quiet. They don't open emails. They don't do nothing else. But they restock once a year or something like that. Cool. They still have a very good lifetime customer value. So they're also VIPs. That's why I put both of those. And then KPIs, we have redemption rate for early access code. So they get like a code, like it's like a click code anyways. Launch day conversion rate, so how much you made on launch day from this. And you're going to see, because these are the only people who would have access to the launch day stuff because they're VIPs. And then the exclusive link click-through rate. That's kind of self-explanatory. And then it's just like a few emails. So it's 3 actual emails, and then the last email is only if they've purchased. So they'll get like, that email. And then the last one, like I was saying, I think I explained this before, so I'm not going to go through it too much, but this is the one that was like the little, what's like your flow check or whatever. And for that one, it's just the audience is just people who browsed or bought leak proof in the last 9 months and loyalty program subscribers. So pretty much everybody, but specific to those people as well, just depending. But pretty much everybody, because if you're subscribed to like the SMS, you would get this. And if you've browsed or bought and you're subscribed, you would also get this, but those are pretty much the same people anyways. But yeah, we're looking for response rate, conversion rate for SMS clicks, and average order value increase. And so since they are prompted to buy bundles, it would usually put up the average order value. So instead of just buying one pair of underwear, they'd maybe buy 3 and bundle it and save, and they're also saving. So their average order value would go up, and we want to track that. That just makes sense. Okay. And that's all that I've done. I think that's good. Like, honestly, it showcases my copy, it showcases creatives, it showcases my thought process, and like looking at KPIs, looking at audiences, segmenting it, personalizing things. So yeah, that is what I've done. And now I'm gonna go over to, I like to use ChatGPT to help me study for like interviews. So I asked them like, oh, give me like 30 questions that they might ask. So I'm gonna do that now. And yeah, then we're gonna do the interview. Okay, guys, it is like 10 minutes before I'm gonna join into the interview. I think I'm ready. I feel good about it. One thing I'm gonna do, and I've done this for every single interview since like high school, because I had a dance teacher and she would tell us about, I think she called it hero pose. I don't remember, like power pose or something like that. But literally, she's like, okay, before you have any event, or before we would do like our dance performances, we would all do like the huddle thingy, and then we'll do like a hero pose. So you literally like, and like hold it for 5-10 seconds, and you're supposed, it like releases dopamine. It's supposed to make you feel better. So I've done that every single time, and I've also worn a certain perfume every single time. I just do that. I don't know if it helps me at all. I've studied too, so like, I mean, I know the material. I understand what we're working with, but yeah, that's that. So I'm ready. I just like have like my notes here with like the questions. um, I want to ask them, and like just little things, like if I just need to, like things I want to mention, stuff like that. So I have that here. I don't know. I always feel weird about having like notes for an interview because it's like you should just like know it. But I'm like, in actuality, like in real life, if I were to be doing this job, like I would have like stuff, right? I wouldn't just be like, oh, writing emails. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, well, guess won't be on this one. No, I would like look it up and like do my research and stuff like that. So I'm like, why not when I'm interviewing for a job where I'll literally be doing that, have a few notes just to be like, oh, I want to make sure I touch on this. Oh, I want to make sure I touch on that, whatever. Nothing crazy. It's not like I have questions written down with like answers. I'm just like, oh, okay, I want to make sure I mention like, you know, some organizational tactics. Cause sometimes in the moment you're like, yo, what is that? What did I do this on? Da, 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 da. But like, those type of things I have written down. And obviously the questions I want to ask them, because sometimes as you like go through the interview, they answer the question like within the interview. So it's easier to just like have the questions written down so you can be like, okay, we went through this, we went through this, we went through this, and I can just like pick off the questions that they didn't actually address and or that I want more clarification on and go from there. But yeah, wish me luck, guys. I'm just gonna oh, there's a new leaf on my plant. I'll show you guys later. I have 2 new leaves coming out on my monstera, so I feel like that's good luck. Okay, let's finish this interview. Okay, I just let me close this. I'm always so paranoid, like when you're like in a meeting and you like unjoin it, that you like fully unjoined it. Just finished though. It went really well. I kind of knew this because I'm not a person who will just go into things blindly not knowing anything. I will research in the point to the point where I'm like, okay, I know where their washroom is if I were to go into like HQ right now. I'm just that type of person. I like to be prepared. When I go on trips, I research everywhere where the washroom is, where everything is, just so that I don't have to ask questions that make me feel, you know. But yeah, I got a good vibe from them. It seems like it's like not a super young team, but like a younger team, and I like that just because I find that like when you're working with people closer to your age, especially my age, we we are more mobile in the sense of like having the creativeness to like try different things. And with a brand like this, um, I just feel like there's so much things that can be done and like so much potential it has just because of the type of brand and like the need for a brand that can educate as well as provide value with their products. But yeah, very good interview. She said I'll hear back by end of week. It sounds promising. Like again, I think I was saying this before. They're using positive language. She's like, yeah, when you do this and like da 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 da, but like yeah, positive language. So we love that. She's like, okay, so the next step would be like a little assessment. So it's basically an email redesign and like something with segmentation. I'm like, bet. Cause like I kind of already did like samples of that. That's simple, cool, awesome, love it. And then the final interview would be with the director, the other manager, specifically for like their teen line, and then her as well. And that would be like the final interview. Um, but yeah, pretty good. Like they didn't ask too many like technical questions, and I didn't have to go too like in depth with my technicalness. But I still think it's good to kind of understand that stuff and be understanding of what we're looking for when it comes to like tracking success. For me that makes sense, and based on like what she told me about like where the company's going and what they see like for the future and stuff like that, and things that they're having issues with, or not issues but things that they're working on right now. um a lot of that has to do with data and being able to understand the data and see what you can do with that and iterating on things that have already been done before, based on the data, right? So yeah, I think that went pretty good. I'm happy with myself now. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go take a walk or something, get out this nervous energy. But yeah, I'm pleased with myself. So fingers crossed, it ends up well. I believe it will, just because I just feel like it was a good interview. Um, and I'm gonna in a little bit I'm gonna send over my sample project, just because I didn't want to take too much of her time, right, and like kind of like explain everything and be like, oh, this is for this and this is why I did this and this is measured and whatever, I can send over that project. So I'm going to send that over along with a thank you note for meeting with me at about like 3:30. And yeah, and that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and just breathe. Just breathe. That's, these things, as a learned extrovert, these things are a lot for me. So now I can really take a nap. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. But